What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in to the channel again. And needless to say, I got a whole lot to do. But we're gonna pick one, make a video for you. I'm gonna start out easy, simple, quick. Grab a couple tools. Most important one, because I'm working on an electric this time. That is our most important tool. So we have Club Car Precedent, obviously lifted. Wheels and tires on it, dirty, but that'll all change after we figure out what's going on. But we are working on a 2014 Club Car Precedent. Cut the key switch on, hit our pedal, and we got nothing. Alright, so first thing we always do with an electric golf cart that don't run is going to be check our battery voltage. And on the Precedent, if you have the 6/8 volts, you're going to have your main positive here and your main negative here. So you're going to take your probes, negative, put it on the positive, and that is not a battery voltage you want to be looking at. So that's at 1.7. That's supposed to be at least 50 volts. On a good healthy battery pack, that's supposed to be at least 50 volts. So the first thing you're going to have to do, you're going to have to boost charge each individual one of these batteries to see if they'll come back to 8 volts. If they come back to 8 volts, then you can plug your charger in. The battery pack voltage should probably be around that 45 volt mark before your actual golf cart charger will take over and start doing the charging. Once it takes over and it starts charging, you're going to want to let that thing charge until it completes the cycle. Alright guys, get you a little bit better look on this Club Car Precedent that we were checking out the battery power on, and found out that we have pretty much no voltage in the system. And so I reached out to my customer and he approved us to go ahead and put some new batteries in it. So before you get started and changing the batteries out, go ahead and get you a good picture of how these are wired up. That way you will not put them in backwards. Take you several pictures making sure that you can see the positives and negatives on every battery, because they do go in here a certain way and you can burn up the controller if you put them in here wrong. First thing we got to do is get our battery hold downs off. It's going to be a 16 mil. Alright, next thing we're going to focus on getting the cables off. Now we can get our cables out of the way. Alright guys, so there you have it, your battery removal. I'm going to get in here and clean out this battery tray. Alright guys, there they are. 6 brand new US 8 volt batteries. Finger tighten all these because we've got to go back and find the proper voltage for the headlights. And how I'm going to do that. And in this case, the lowest voltage you're going to find in this pack is either going to be 8 volts or 16. That's about as high as you want to go when you're dealing with a light kit that you have to hook to your battery pack. But you also got to be aware that you're going to need LED style headlights to be able to do this with 16 volts, because the halogen style light will hold it, but it will not hold it long. So what we're going to do is we're going to get right here on the main negative, and then I'm going to go to the main positive of the battery pack. I'm going to see that I got 50.7 in there. So I'm going to leave this on my negative lead on the negative, and I'm going to start touching the positives of the battery pack, and the first one we touch here is 16.9 volts. So I know that I've got to put my power wire right here. Only thing that will be left is you're going to hook your ground cable to the battery pack, and then you're going to hook your positive up. Now when you're hooking your positive up, sometimes it will spark. That's okay. It will happen. It's just how it works. And in this case, mine didn't. Some carts will, some carts won't. Now I'll tell you, it will every single time if you do not turn off this tow run switch. You turn that off before you do the pulling out of the old batteries, and you leave it off until you're ready to actually ride the cart for the first time after you've done the battery install. And so we're really close to that. We're going to go ahead and tighten all this down and spray the battery protectant on here, the terminal protectant. Then we're going to check our charger, and then we're going to take it for its first ride. Alright guys, so now to check the charger. So I've got it plugged up to the wall. That's telling me with the blue light that it is seeing the wall voltage. Time to plug it into the cart. And these green lights should go to flashing. And that's showing us that that charger is working very, very well. And so let me make a statement about this particular charger. So if you have a charger like this with your Club Car Precedent, or DS if it's been upgraded or something like that, this charger is a maintain mode charger. So the rule of thumb is, when you're not using your golf cart, if you have a charger that is capable of a maintain mode, you leave this charger plugged up all the time if you're not using the golf cart, because it will maintain the charge in the batteries as long as it's operating as it's supposed to. And this day and age, things are not built like they used to be, and these batteries more than ever need to have a continuous charge as much as possible, because that's how you get the lifespan out of the batteries. Get the battery sprayed down with the terminal spray. Alright, that'll protect it from the acid building up, protect it from the corrosion that goes on between the cable and the battery terminal. And you can see that I did soak them down pretty good. So now it's time to cut this bad boy on. We're going to put our terminal spray back on our shelf there. We're going to fire this bad boy up and see if we've got movement. We will have to unplug the charger because it does have a particular lockout mode, so that way when the charger is plugged up to the golf cart, you can't just take off on it when it's charging. Let's see if we got a reverse buzzer. That's a good thing. And we have movement. Forward. Yep, there we go. Alright guys, and as always guys, thanks for watching the video. Hopefully this will help you out. I know it's just kind of simple, but we get a lot of questions on batteries a lot of times. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up for the video. Hit that bell for the notifications on any of the new videos that we're about to put out here in the next several months. Also, don't forget to subscribe for us. You're probably going to find yourself looking at a video on there that might actually intrigue you to either fix a broken part on your cart, or maybe just do an upgrade to your golf cart. Thanks for watching guys. God bless you all.